Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Carissa. Today I am going to be providing you guys with a nice quick eyebrow tutorial. I just said that weird, eyebrow tutorial. In my opinion, doing brows definitely does make a difference. As you can see, I have on a full face of makeup right now with no eyebrows and it just looks a little off. Doing the brows brings some balance back to your face. And even if you don't have any other makeup on, having your brows done can really just amp up your look a little bit and make you look a little bit more put together. If you are someone who's interested in a really precise, sharp, completely snatched brow, then I'm just gonna be honest, this is not the tutorial for you. I prefer a more natural looking brow. I prefer, like I said, something that's quick and easy. So if you are a quick and easy kind of person, then please continue watching. And remember, if you like this video, if you like what I'm about, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. If you hit the little bell next to the subscribe icon, you will receive notifications when I post new content. I am trying really hard to create a schedule for myself of when I'm going to be posting. Definitely expect videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. I do want to try to get a third day in there, but we'll see. Who knows? If I can get it together enough, then I will do my very best to do that for you guys. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in. I'm going to show you a few things that I keep in my makeup kit to do my brows. Number one, that you really should have, whether you go out and buy an actual brush or you find a brow product that comes with one attached, you need to have a spoolie. It's gonna help you blend the product that you're putting in your brows. It's gonna help you brush your brows into the shape that you're wanting. So having a spoolie is very important and is definitely a must when it comes to brows. If you're going to be using a brush to apply your product, then you will have some kind of pomade. This is a brow pomade by e.l.f. It is literally just a cream pomade that you would apply to the brow. I don't use this a lot because I find it takes a little bit more time, and like I said, I like to get it done quick and simple. The next product that you may possibly want to include in your brow arsenal is a tinted brow gel. I actually have a clear brow gel as well. These are so awesome for like the quickest ever brow. Amazing, I love them. But if you want a little more shape to your brow, then we're gonna go about it in a different way. What I'm gonna be using for that is a brow pencil. This is a brow pencil by e.l.f. It's in the shade taupe, however you say it, that's the shade that it's in. On one side, it has the retractable pencil, and then the other side is a spoolie. Alrighty, here we go. So I'm starting with nothing on my brows except for a little bit of foundation just from putting that on my skin, and maybe a little bit of a translucent powder from setting my face. But that's okay, they don't need to be completely clean, and having a little bit of powder on the brow helps your pencil to stick a little bit better. If you look closely at my brows, there are definitely some flawed areas. I am missing a chunk of brow right in here. I have some weird stuff going on throughout here, and my tail certainly is not long enough. The way to map out your eyebrow is super simple. Just grab some kind of pencil or a long brush, something that's going to be long enough to go from your nose to your brow. We are resting the pencil on the side of the nose, okay? And you're going to bring that right to the inner corner of your eye and touch down. If you can see, that is where my brow should be beginning. I have to do a little filling in to get it there, especially on this side because I accidentally took off a big chunk of my eyebrow. But we have that mapped out. Next, we're going to move on to the arch. Where should my arch be? So we're keeping that pencil rested on the side of the nose, and I have it on the wrong side. And we are rotating right to the outside of the iris and touching down. That's kind of hard to see, but I do have a dot right here, kind of where my scar is. And the tail end, keep it rested right on the side of the nose and rotate out to the outer corner of your eye and touch down. There we go. So we have mapped out the tail of the brows, the arch of the brows, whoa, the arch of the brows, and then the beginning point of the brows. These are the first steps. This is not something that you would do every time you do your brows, but if you're practicing, if you're trying to perfect it, this is a great way. The more that you do it, you'll just get used to it and you won't have to do this every time. So now that we have our map, we're going to connect. I'm taking my pencil. I'm being very light-handed. When you do this, you want to be light-handed in case you make a mistake. It gives you the opportunity to go back and clean up or blend a little bit. So connecting, you can see we went from the inner corner up to that arch point, and then we're gonna go from that arch point down, and this is where I have to start drawing the tail of the brow. Just creating that line from the inner corner to the arch, and then we're gonna go from the arch down to where our tail point is. Here we are, we've got our brows lined out and ready to fill. The key to filling in your brow with a pencil or a brush is using stroke motions. You wanna do upward strokes, almost like you're creating a hair. So if you are using a pomade instead of a pencil, and you're going in with like a cream product on a brush, same exact thing. You're using that brush to map out the beginning, the arch, and the tail end. And then you take the same pomade and you go and you connect those lines, and with that brush, you create the hair strokes. Same exact thing with a brush or a pencil. Doesn't matter what tool you're using, it's the same concept. Oh, now we're gonna go in with the pencil and start those stroking motions. As you're filling in, I like to just begin blending out with my spoolie. How am I blending out? I'm just brushing through the brow, moving the product around until I'm happy with how it's looking. A spoolie, when you're doing your brow, is gonna be your very best friend. Now, I have this gap here, so I'm going to line just a little bit. I don't like the way it looks when it's just a harsh line, but that's kind of what I did to myself because I cut off that part of my brow, so that's my own fault. If you gotta just go in and start lining, go ahead. You can clearly see a difference between my left brow, which is much closer to being done, and my right brow, which is just beginning. It's not gonna be perfect. It may look weird to you when you're looking in a mirror because you have to get used to seeing yourself with a different brow. Brows really make a huge difference in the way that we look. So it may take a little adjusting, and if you're not happy, consider maybe using a lighter shade for your brow. Sometimes the pencil or pomade is just a little too dark. Play around with the shades, play around with the products, find what works best for you. But just remember that no matter what product you're using, it's really the same concept. Just mapping out and filling in. So I'm making those strokes. My right eyebrow always turns out better than my left one. I hate it. It makes me so mad. At this point, I have my brows filled in with the pencil. I would either go in with my tinted gel or I can go in with my clear gel. I'm gonna go in with my tinted gel. This is by NYX and it is in the shade Espresso. I'm just going to use this little mascara wand to gently comb my natural hairs and make it all cohesive. Last thing to do is comb them one more time, but make sure you let your gel dry so that you don't smear color all over your whole face. All right, I think that's about long enough, so I'm just going through one last time and combing. And you can do your brows this way if you're doing a full face of makeup. If you have no makeup on your face, this is a way just in general that you can do brows. The last step that I like to take for my brows is to just do a little bit of highlight right underneath the brow. Some people might go in with concealer underneath of the brows. I don't like to do that. So I'm just gonna take my highlight and go right under my brow, right on that brow bone, and just lightly apply a little dusting. Just like so. All right, everybody, that's it. That's how I do my brows. Some days I might go in with just a clear gel. Some days I might go in with just a tinted gel. Some days I might go in with a pencil and a gel, or maybe just a pencil, or maybe a pomade. There are tons of different brow products. They are all great in their own ways. You should certainly try out one or two, see what fits you best, because it is not a one-size-fits-all thing. Also, to keep in mind, the more that you practice, the much better you're going to feel about your results, the more confident you're going to feel in your abilities. So use this time while we are home and there is nowhere to go, and practice your brows. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to comment below if you have any questions. I would be more than happy to answer questions to the best of my abilities. Everybody, please stay safe, stay sanitized, stay home, and remember to be taking care of yourselves. This is Carissa. You are watching Carissa Explains It All. Remember, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.